At 61, Johnny Depp finally broke his silence at the 2023 Cannes Film Festival. Once a Hollywood icon known for his portrayal of Jack Sparrow, Depp endured years of scrutiny, personal turmoil, and public judgment following highly publicized disputes and legal battles. From the Amber Heard scandal to career setbacks, his life had been under relentless media glare. Choosing to step away from the Hollywood spotlight, Depp sought a life of quiet reflection and artistic expression. Moving away from Los Angeles to Somerset in England, he embraced a pace of life far removed from the industry that both elevated and tormented him. This departure wasn't marked by fanfare, farewell interviews, or public announcements. Instead, it reflected a deliberate withdrawal, a conscious choice to live free from the constant gaze of fame and the pressures of an industry he no longer recognized as his own. Retreat to Somerset. In 2023, Depp left Los Angeles, settling on a sprawling 800,000 square meter estate in Somerset. The move marked a decisive end to his presence at the heart of the film industry, where once his every action dominated headlines. Though the transition was quiet, it symbolized a complete detachment from Hollywood's relentless machinery. For the first time in decades, Depp experienced a life unshackled by the expectations of public appearances and studio obligations. Interviews became rare, red carpet events disappeared from his calendar, and social media posts were sparse. A local newspaper interview revealed his philosophy. "I don't live to be noticed anymore. I live to be at peace." This statement resonated globally, marking a stark contrast from the chaotic public life he once led. Rather than signaling an end, this retreat became the foundation for a creative and personal rebirth, showing that stepping back can often be a step forward in rediscovering oneself. Artistic rebirth art became Depp's sanctuary. Through painting, he found a way to convey emotions he could not express in words. His surrealist and portrait pieces quickly drew attention, selling for millions at auction and limited prints fetching up to $50,000 each before public release. Exhibitions like the 2024 A Bunch of Stuff in New York drew large audiences, from avid fans to seasoned collectors. Depp described painting as a personal language, a means to process years of emotional turmoil. The darker tones and haunting emptiness of his work reflected the introspection of a man navigating trauma, fame, and the search for authenticity. Through these pieces, Depp reclaimed his narrative on his own terms, demonstrating that artistic expression could become both a refuge and a powerful statement. This creative evolution also signaled a shift in public perception, presenting Depp not just as a former Hollywood star, but as a multidimensional artist. Musical renaissance. Alongside visual arts, music became another pillar of Depp's resurgence. Performing with Hollywood vampires alongside Alice Cooper and Joe Perry, he graced stages across Europe, including Germany's Wacken Open Air and various French venues. His contributions as a guitarist and backing vocalist revealed that, even absent from film, Depp remained a compelling performer. The band's reinterpretations of classics, including David Bowie's Heroes, were met with acclaim, and audiences connected with the raw authenticity of his performances. Music allowed him to channel emotions without spectacle, providing a form of public engagement free from Hollywood's pressures. It was also a reminder that Depp's creative identity was not confined to acting, and his talents could thrive in other realms. Fans witnessed a performer liberated, translating past pain into art and music, resonating with those who had followed his tumultuous journey. Brand power. Without Hollywood, even while absent from the screen, Depp remained a global branding powerhouse. As the face of Dior's Sage fragrance line, he helped break sales records in 2024 using only archived promotional footage. His presence alone sustained campaigns and reinforced his image as a cultural icon, demonstrating that his influence transcended Hollywood. Fashion houses continued to seek him out, inviting him to major events in Paris where he was welcomed warmly. Industry insiders noted that Depp no longer needed the Hollywood system to remain relevant, a shift that created both admiration and unease among media executives. This phenomenon underscored his rare position, a star who could step back from films yet retain unparalleled commercial and cultural clout. His absence from new projects did not diminish his visibility. Instead, it reinforced the power of his name and presence in the global entertainment landscape. Hollywood fallout. The Amber Heard scandal devastated Depp's career and reputation. Following her 2016 divorce filings and allegations of abuse, media outlets swiftly labeled him guilty, with Disney suspending their collaborations and Warner Brothers, removing him from Fantastic Beasts. The Sun's 2018 coverage intensified the narrative, culminating in a UK libel trial he lost in 2020. Tabloids portrayed him as washed up and unreliable, painting a portrait of professional and personal ruin. These events left Depp disillusioned, withdrawing from interviews and public appearances. Sources close to him describe feelings of betrayal, emphasizing that studios acted without verifying claims. The public narrative overshadowed his decades-long contributions to film, highlighting how quickly fame can become vulnerability in Hollywood's relentless spotlight. This period of retreat marked the lowest point in Depp's professional life, creating the conditions for his eventual, deliberate reinvention, legal vindication. Public opinion shifted in 2020 after leaked recordings suggested Heard had inflicted harm on Depp, prompting widespread social media support under hashtags like Justice for Johnny Depp. By 2022, Depp filed a defamation lawsuit in Virginia over her Washington Post op-ed, claiming it harmed his reputation. The trial, broadcast live, included over 100 hours of testimony, sensitive evidence, and numerous witnesses who painted Heard as controlling. Shocking details, such as the alleged defecation incident, highlighted the chaotic nature of their relationship. Depp's injuries, including a severed fingertip from a thrown glass bottle, were confirmed by medical staff. The jury ultimately ruled in Depp's favor, awarding him significant damages and validating his claims. Though victorious legally and in public perception, Depp remained emotionally scarred, retreating further into private life, while slowly beginning to reclaim agency over his personal narrative. A quiet return, Depp's return began subtly at the 2023 Cannes Film Festival, where his performance as King Louis XV in Jeanne du Barry received a 7-minute standing ovation. The reception demonstrated his enduring appeal, particularly in Europe, where support was strong. Critics acknowledged the emotional depth and intensity Depp brought to the role, affirming his continued relevance. Directors like Maïwenn and later Mark Webb recognized his unique capacity to embody complex, wounded characters, choosing him not for fame, but for authenticity. Offers from visionary filmmakers like Terry Gilliam for projects such as Carnival at the End of Days reinforced this trend. These opportunities reflected the industry's willingness to embrace Depp once again, signaling that his talent remained indispensable even after years of absence and public scrutiny. Lifestyle and health transformation. Depp's personal rebirth extended to his health and lifestyle. Since 2023, he embraced sobriety, adopted a disciplined diet, and incorporated light morning exercise. Somerset residents noted his simple routines, morning walks, reading in his garden, and local charitable acts. Medical assessments confirmed stable cardiovascular health and liver function. Psychologically, Depp displayed calm and composure, no longer reacting to provocation or tabloid narratives. Colleagues emphasized that these changes were self-directed, not for public approval. The integration of wellness, creative work, and community engagement highlighted a holistic approach to life beyond Hollywood. This transformation suggested a deliberate focus on longevity, balance, and internal peace, illustrating how physical and mental health can underpin creative and personal reinvention. Art as reflection. Depp's artistic output mirrored his internal journey. The 2024 German exhibition of his 12-piece Surrealist collection revealed darker, more introspective themes than his previous work. Music, similarly, became minimalistic and stripped down, with acoustic performances recorded privately. His own words captured the essence. "I don't have anything left to sing loudly about." These subtle expressions marked a shift from public spectacle to intimate, reflective communication. Art became both therapy and statement, allowing Depp to express the weight of his experiences without resorting to media soundbites. Through this work, he shaped a legacy that emphasized personal truth and authenticity over celebrity status, connecting with audiences on a profoundly human level. Redefining stardom. Depp no longer seeks validation through Hollywood recognition or media praise. Invitations to memoirs, interviews, and major festivals were declined, reflecting his preference for privacy. European outlets increasingly describe him as straddling two worlds, the Hollywood he left behind, and the artistic personal space he now inhabits. Fans recognize a man transformed, one who endured immense hardship and emerged with depth, wisdom, and creative freedom. His life exemplifies resilience, not as a return to former glory, but as a self-directed journey toward authenticity. Depp's story challenges conventional narratives of fame, demonstrating that survival and self-reclamation can be more significant than conventional success, inspiring admiration from audiences and peers alike. A story of endurance. Johnny Depp's path from 2023 to 2025 illustrates a deliberate silent rebirth. Through art, music, and selective engagement with film, he reconstructed both his personal and professional identity. Audiences witness a man who endured trials that could have ended careers, yet emerged resilient and creatively vibrant. His choices reflect profound self-awareness, prioritizing peace and authenticity over public validation. Depp's life demonstrates that stepping away from a destructive environment can lead to renewal and unexpected success. The reception of his European projects, positive health changes, and artistic output collectively affirm that his rebirth is not a fleeting comeback, but a sustainable evolution. Depp's journey underscores the power of quiet transformation in reclaiming both identity and purpose. Conclusion: the silent rebirth. Johnny Depp's story is not one of simple triumph, nor a classic Hollywood comeback. It is a testament to human endurance, resilience, and the capacity for reinvention. By leaving Los Angeles, focusing on health, exploring art and music, and cautiously re-engaging with selective film projects, he has created a life on his own terms. The scars of past trials remain, but they have become the foundation for growth rather than anchors of defeat. Depp's narrative exemplifies the power of quiet transformation, showing that survival, self-reclamation, and authenticity can redefine a life once dominated by fame and controversy. In stepping away, he found not obscurity, but a freedom more profound than celebrity, a rebirth both silent and enduring.